No, he didn't, but I kind of did it on my own to try to get back into just to get some mood. But I think my fantasy would be to play Calamity Jane, actually. I would like that. It's always been my dream to be in a Western. I think I could have played a fly, a mop, anything. Being in a Western is so cool. It's on the set I could hear all the time the music of Morricone, and I just love, it's this one actually goes back to the old-fashioned Westerns. You have the baddie, the hero, the damsel in distress. There's always that sense of justice. The hero who fights for revenge, and I think it's very well done here. Mads is, it was very funny because when I did the Bond film, I was very intimidated by him. Actually, he had a scar there. In Salvation, I've got the scar here, so we swapped. But he's great. He's very intense, very in love with his work, and he communicates things so easily, also with his eyes, because there's not much dialogue actually in this film. It's really atmosphere, moods, and and he's also a very funny guy, so he does all those very intense, serious features, and actually he's one of the funniest guy I've ever met. I kind of, in my head, I created a backstory. She's a kind of a wounded woman, she had a very tragic past. And I think that's why she kind of connect immediately with the character of Mads, because he, lost his own family, and she witnessed, the death of her family. So, yeah, she's kind of, she's very strong, but she's full of cracks, but she just has this mask, It's almost like she has a sign above her head, like, don't get near me, don't even think about it. I play Madeline, and she's a mute, but she wasn't born mute, actually. Her family got massacred by Indians, and she was abducted by them, and the Indians kind of cut out her tongue. So my character has like a big scar on her mouth. And I think that kind of shaped her in a way, because in those days, it was so tough, it was brutal, and she needed to build a kind of invisible armor in order to survive. So she comes off as somebody quite austere and quite impenetrable, I would say, and she's a very cool character, very strong. Yeah, for me that was one of the appeal of the role, to play a mute. Oh my God, how are you going to convey emotions or things without using your tongue? And that was actually very interesting. It could sound a bit frustrating at the beginning, but actually it was a kind of a good challenge just to communicate with the eyes. And I really enjoyed it. I kind of learned some stuff. You have to be very dense, very focused. Claudia Cardinal, maybe because of the beginning. I'm a widow, so I wear black and lace, and that kind of strong woman, always in control. Self-control is very important, and maybe that's what we would have in common. Christian is actually a very gentle person. He's very open, and it's just a great joy to be in his company. And and he's very passionate and is quite contagious. And it's very important to have a very happy set, and he really created a wonderful atmosphere. As I said, she's a survivor, and I also like the fact that she's not a seductress. She gets what she wants without using any seduction, and I think that's quite cool.